You probably do it dozens of times a day without even thinking about it, right? You type a message, hit send, and poof, it's gone. But if you ever stop to wonder what that click actually does, well, it's not magic. It's one of the most incredible, invisible journeys in our digital world, and we're about to track it every step of the way.
It feels completely instantaneous, doesn't it? Like it just teleports from your screen straight to your friends. But what's really happening is a super high-speed trip across a ridiculously complex digital landscape. So let's pull back the curtain on this everyday magic trick.
And to really get it, we have to start before your email even leaves your computer. So let's dive in.
The second you hit that send button, the very first step of this whole journey kicks off. And it all happens right there on your own device. Before it can go anywhere, your email has to be properly packaged and prepped for the trip ahead.
Okay, so here's the first big secret. Your email doesn't just travel as a block of text. Nope. Your email client, whether it's Gmail or Outlook, transforms it into what's called a message packet. Just think of it like a self-contained digital box packed with everything it needs for the entire journey. So, what's in the box? Well, you've got the obvious stuff, right? Your message, the attachments, the address it's going to. But here's the really crucial part, the metadata. This is basically the packet's brain. It's a digital route map that tells the entire internet exactly where this thing needs to go and the best way to get it there. And honestly, that analogy just hits the nail on the head. It's not like you're just dropping a letter in a random mailbox and hoping for the best. This is a smart package with a complete, super detailed travel itinerary built right into it. It's designed not to get lost.
And before that package is even cleared for takeoff, your email app runs a quick pre-flight check. Is the address typed in correctly? Is that attachment way too big? It's just a smart little check to catch simple mistakes before they can cause a problem mid-flight.
All right, the package is sealed, the checks are done, now the real adventure begins. Your email leaves the safety of your device and launches out into the wild, complex network of the internet.
The first thing that happens is your email gets handed off to a system called SMTP. That stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. And the post office analogy is absolutely perfect here. SMTP's entire job is to accept your digital package and act as the first major sorting station on its route.
So let's follow that journey. First, the handoff happens. Then the server looks at the address, the part after the @ symbol, to figure out the destination. Now this is where it gets really cool. To make things faster, your one email is actually shattered into tons of tiny little data packets. These little pieces might take completely different paths across the globe, like a whole fleet of tiny couriers, all racing to the same final destination, where they'll be put back together.
But this trip isn't just about speed. It's also about security. As all those little data packets are hopping from server to server around the world, they're passing through all these digital security checkpoints. Think of it like airport security for your data. Every stop is another scan for viruses, for malware, for spam, making sure nothing dangerous is hitching a ride.
After a journey that literally takes just seconds, all those packets arrive at the recipient's email server. But hold on, the trip isn't quite over yet. Now we have to get it from that server into the actual inbox.
At this point, one of two systems usually takes over, POP3 or IMAP. The big difference is pretty simple. The old way, POP3, basically just downloads the email to one single device and that's it. But IMAP, which is what pretty much all of us use today, is all about syncing. It keeps the email on the server so you can see the exact same message on your phone, your laptop, your tablet, anywhere.
And this is like the final sorting hat moment for your email. The recipient server does one last final check. Does this thing look legit, or does it look a little bit like spam? And based on that split-second decision, it either puts it nicely in the inbox or boots it over to the junk folder.
So, your email made it. It's sitting in the inbox. Now for the grand finale, the moment the person on the other end actually clicks to open it. This is where all those scattered pieces finally come back together.
The email app on their end acts like a little construction crew. It quickly gathers up all those data packets, decodes them, and reassembles everything in the right order. It puts the text and attachments on the screen, and it even goes out and fetches any images from external servers, which, by the way, is why pictures sometimes take an extra second to load when you open a new message.
And here's a final cool little detail. Sometimes, just the act of opening that email and loading those images sends a tiny, invisible signal all the way back to the sender. This is how a lot of read receipts actually work. It's like a hidden digital handshake confirming, yep, message received and seen.
When you zoom out and you think about that entire journey, from a packet to a digital post office to being shattered into pieces and rebuilt, it's truly remarkable. It's this silent, invisible symphony of coordination that's happening on a global scale every single second of every single day.
Of course, it's not always a perfect trip. We've all gotten that dreaded, undeliverable message. A simple typo in the address, a spam filter that's a little too aggressive, that can cause an email to bounce back to you. Its journey, a failure.
But those failures are absolutely the exception. And this number is just mind-blowing. Despite all that complexity and all those security checks, millions of emails successfully complete this insane journey every single second.
So next time you go to fire off an email, just take a second and remember, that message isn't just vanishing into thin air. It is actively being packaged, routed, and rebuilt on an incredible, high-speed trip through the invisible highways of the internet.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? From a simple Google search to just tapping your credit card, how many other invisible journeys like this are powering our lives every day, completely hidden from view? Thanks for coming along for this one.